But from the NBA, and Doris, we take a look at the starting lineups and so many recognizable players, particularly on Team World. And you look at Dirk Nowitzki, of course, but how about that starting backcourt? Their attention towards this important cause.
Listen, what has transpired over the last several days by these NBA players working for Habitat for Humanity, visiting a shanty town, literally, oh, nice little alley-oop backdoor. He reigning in the NBA, Russell Westbrook teaming with Paul George. I can't wait to see, because you think about the defense they've got on the perimeter now, adding.
Off the mark on the drive, and back the other way comes Kemba. Courtney Lee strokes a three.
Up the floor. Think about Courtney Lee, how consistent he has been. 6 times in his career he shot over 40% from three. I just like his demeanor professionally. Days away. It'll be interesting to see what's next. We've got Kristaps Porzingis, who will at some point hit the floor.
Is short. Boy, Doris, I was struck at how much Cousins has really changed his game. We know he's a scorer and a rebounder, but he's really expanded his...
There's a guy who's developed his perimeter game. I remember watching him in Oklahoma City, just work so hard. First the mid-range, now that 3-ball for Serge, and offense is starting to light. Just look at his frame. That guy has trimmed down. He's not giving up exactly what has been his diet and exercise regime, but DeMarcus looks like he is in the best shape of his career.
Knifing his way to a strong start. He's got 4 points, and now a turnover. And one back the other way. Here comes Team World. 5 All-Stars on the roster. There's one of them, the held Courtney Lee, unable to connect on the layup. Moutier lays it in. He's got
forward Moutier.
Well, not a ton of defense to start this game as Kemba Walker lays it up. That in Orlando after his first season there. Look at the follow-up cleanup there by Boogie Cousins. And the steal by Cousins. 4 quick points for DeMarcus Cousins. Kemba Walker has 7, and Cousins gobbles up that rebound. Lowry in transition to Kristaps Porzingis, and 1.
Boy, this was going to come out well. He gets hung up a little bit, and then how about the play? Nice little tap by Porzingis, who actually the in-between game. He's working hard to get more of a post-up game. This guy goes from 14 points as a rookie to 18 in his second year. Go ahead, use the crossover, a little mid-range.
I'm not so sure Mark Cuban was as excited as everybody else is about the mentorship.
I don't think I'd ever think I would hear that out of your mouth. Andre Drummond with the 3. Number of record straight NBA finals, but he was dynamite.
Here's Jaylen Brown, the young... Another busy offseason for Danny Ainge, right? They acquire Gordon Hayward via free agency, trade Avery Bradley to Detroit for Marcus Morris. Of course, draft Jason Tend. He does. Game 3 in the Eastern Conference Finals when everyone counted Boston out. They were blown out of the building in Game 2. Sent some nervous moments through LeBron and the Cavaliers heading into Game 4 and throughout the rest of that series. There's Jaylen Brown off the board, and it's thrown down by Andre Drummond from Detroit to Johannesburg.
Can put it on the deck. He's really long. I think he can guard multiple spots. I loved Jason Tatum in the draft. Detroit and Andre Drummond have.
Yeah, Drummond averaged 13 and 14. I think to hear a player open up and say, you know what, I didn't play up to my potential last season. Entire season. That's saying something. Is
in the NBA because both guys are so skilled.
3-pointer by Sefolosha.
Continent. And listen, the grassroots basketball piece, thanks in large part to the Players Association, the NBA, and all the work they're doing. Play it.
Luol Deng, one of 3 African-born players to make an NBA All-Star.
In the pinch post at points in his career. We think of Dirk as one of the great shooters, and certainly he is. But his game diversified over his time in the league.
Dennis Schroeder tries his hand at a 3, and we are tied on the all-time scoring list this year. And to button up your point, you think of Dallas so much as a football town, which it is, but the superstars to play in the city of Dallas, you put Dirk
beside his name, and felt fortunate to be a part of that series. Think about him playing one of those games in Miami with a temperature that hit 103 degrees.
11 points. He's been one of the big sparks for Team Africa as C.J. McCollum drills a superstar in his backcourt. I don't know if people realize how great a player C.J. McCollum is, as Clint Capella
tries to give the little dish to Andre Drummond, who can't put it home. 91% from the free throw line. C.J. McCollum's got plenty of game.
And by the way, he can keep playing.
A lot of what went on, the Carmelo Anthony drama, which hung over the New York Knicks franchise all year long. The trading of Barb's floor together, what does that look like on the defensive end?
Team Africa turns Team World over, and then they give it right back up. Here's Cousins. Courtney Lee, as we speak about the New York Knicks. The Knicks guard knocks it down. 9 points for Courtney Lee, and the lead is back up to 6. Here's Dennis Schroeder all the way.